Do Afrobeats have any substance right now for 2024 where it could, stand the test of time in terms of track? From Vector's rap, I think Vector just like to be in Nigeria. Vector is somebody that could go one-on-one with Nasty and will beat Nasty. But
in terms of what?
In terms of rap, in terms of punchline, in terms of one-on-one, in terms of...
Not really, but there are artists that are still giving you content, but nobody's listening to them. They're still giving you those words. I think I know what you're trying to... They're still giving you that thing, but they're not popping.
They won't pop when they don't want to put a lot of money like all those people that are singing bars and got putting money to push their song. Zlatan is becoming that person everybody want to feature with, if you notice. But it's about the punchline of whatever he's saying in the songs. People can relate to it. It's not just BS. All right, thank you. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and you can call me the Mix of Niger. My handle is Oyebanji Akins. Anyway, you check.
Is it the mix? I've been at the mixer. I beg make
I'm glad. Before I go into that, because I'm with Big Vic, and you don't say Big Vic don't enter the program already. So the meaning of the Mix of Niger is this.
The mix,
not mix.
Okay.
It's just because of how I was saying it. It's Mix of Niger. And
so which is MIX?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mix of Niger means like. I'm the mix of being a Nigerian and I'm living in the United States.
Okay.
So in respect of the vibe of whatever might be happening.
With the flow they go, just
yes,
talk.
So that's what it means.
Okay.
So Big Vic don't drag me, but Big Vic is here with me in this particular episode. So
what's up, my people?
Yeah, so in this particular episode you don't drag me now, so let's just get out to the thing. What we're going to talk about in this particular episode is do Afrobeats have any substance right now for 2024 where it could stand the test of time in terms of track, rap, however you want to call it, Afrofusion, Afro reggae, Afro whatever you call it. The goal is, can they stand the test of the substance, the Afro pop?
How about the Afros?
I think there's Afro China. Somebody in
China is also getting yes.
Okay, so big. What I'm about to ask you is, do you think personally? Okay, you know what? Let me do this before we go deep into that. Let's branch a little bit. Let's talk about rap. Whiskey talk about saying there's no rap. It was like, there's nobody that rap in Nigeria. And I did a review on Twitter and it went a little bit crazy. And my question is, I'm going to be using these people. That doesn't mean they are the best people or maybe they are not people better than them. I just want to use them as this particular conversation. Between Nasty C and Vector, who do you think has a substance that could test and that could attract international body to want to portray that music out for you?
Between Vector and Nasty, I think Nasty C.
Why? Is it because of the words or the lyrics or the vibes?
I think everything. I think everything. I think he has. I think he's well-rounded. He's a well-rounded rapper, and well-rounded African rapper to me than Vector. He has swag. Way better than still, everything he has, all the elements. I feel like a good rapper, good punchlines, better storyteller. Rhythm wise, lyrically wise, I think he's better. He's just a better rapper. He has more flows. He could tap into He could tap into a lot of pockets than Vector, in my opinion. He also has punchlines. He's good with metaphors and words and how he breaks. I'm not saying Vector is not. Let's not get it twisted. But I just think Nasty C is a little bit better. And he has more better songs in my opinion, better verses.
I think for me, basically for this conversation, before this conversation, I was rooting for Nasty C, but then I have this, after I went through on my Twitter, people who say a lot of things and that make me do some research personally for myself. And I found out I think I will use the word Vector team play a big role. I don't know the team that Nasty C have, but I found that they are both almost under the same record label. It might be like the one for Nigeria, the one for South Africa, but it's still under the same record label. And what I think is about saying, unless Vector doesn't want to go outside Nigeria, maybe he doesn't want to have a fan base outside Nigeria. Now, when I say that, doesn't mean he doesn't have a fan base. What I'm saying is the times where your team started going out to start, shaking hands with some people internationally. I think the more every artist in Nigeria travel out of Nigeria, the more we have it inside of us. We just need some kind of exposure.
So do you feel like he doesn't want to travel?
That's why I use the word esteem. I can't.
Do you feel like
the
team? Okay, I'll ask you the questions. Do you feel like the team doesn't want him to travel? Doesn't want the whole label to travel and expand?
From Vector's rap, I think Vector just like to be in Nigeria. I'm
I
using his rap.
disagree. Yeah, but I disagree.
I think in his words, why I say that is this. When you listen to the rap like M.I., when you listen to Odumodu Black, when you listen, Odumodu is very, very deep. It's just like, I think Odumodu has so much of bad words, but when you really listen to Odumodu, I don't know how the guy, he reads, you could tell he reads. So for me, for Vector reads, but Vector is more deep to local punchlines. It's vibe of more like, you know, when you have 20 people and you want to tell them a story in Nigeria. While Nasty is more like, I'm talking to entire the world. And I said, the team of Vector is, if they kind of work in making sure, let me use the word exposure. When I use the word exposure, I don't mean he doesn't have it. I mean, the more you travel around the world, it changes how you see things and how you come up with your word. I think if Vector can have that, Vector is somebody that could go one-on-one with Nasty and will beat Nasty. But
in terms of what?
In terms of rap, in terms of punchline, in terms of one-on-one, in terms of even if Vector can have the same exposure Nasty have in terms of traveling out of Nigeria, staying in some countries out of Nigeria for so long.
So are you basically saying that Vector is just talented in Nasty?
Yes, I would say that.
That's what is that. Yes. That's just what I'm trying to get. You're saying he's talented in Nasty.
Yeah, I believe he can.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I love Vector. I shout out. He's one of my Nigerian favorite rappers. Actually, I really like I like his flow. I think he won. One time he had a Guinness Book of World Record as
he didn't do it.
He didn't make it.
He only did it for like 2.5 hours.
Something like that.
Said, yeah.
Okay.
I did some research about it. He was able to rap for 2 hours 30 minutes before he stopped.
All right. So so you feel he's more talented?
I think he's more talented in terms of how he controls his rap too.
Okay.
You know, the rap is about how you can put me into it when you rap. How you, it's like listening to Tupac and Biggie rapping.
Right.
And you're listening to, it's even wrong. Let me put the name into it because it's not going to make sense.
So, no, okay. Let me try to understand. This talent, right? The talent comprises of so many things in just one. The way your punchline is set up, right? When you rap. Your flow patterns, the pockets you could tap into. Like, when I mean pockets you could tap into, you could do schemes of talking while you're rapping. Your flow patterns, like, you know, when you hear the song, how you go, how you go.
Really listened to Vector's a lot of...
I listen to all these artists very well. You know, I do. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to get to...
So if you think they give him Vector the same opportunity, when I say opportunity,
like,
that
Nasty
is having, you don't think it's gonna be?
I think he will. I think he will.
And that's what
he will. I think he will. I think I see where you're coming from.
You get my point now. Right. So,
but I just feel currently, in pure talent, you're gonna pick Vector over Nasty.
Yes.
Pure talent.
Yes. In pure, real talent,
right.
I'll pick Vector before Nasty.
I'll pick Nasty.
Yeah, for me, I'll pick Vector.
Okay.
But don't let us go too deep in that area. The next thing I want to go into is like, you know, all our Afrobeats.
Right.
You know, do you think this kind of lyrics you're listening from them is something that will stay the test of time?
Like what? Okay.
Like their lyrics is something where you can just vibe to for like 3 months and then you expect to find another new one. I think the most of the song we have now from Nigerian artists is more like a momentum, something like some song you can't play it after 2 years. You're like, nah, I don't want to listen to this.
Okay, right.
And I think that is really killing what people like Fela have worked. There's a lot of album of Fela you listen to, you still want to jam to it.
Right.
There's a lot of, I'll use this name, there's a lot of Two-Face songs, you still want to jam to it. And there's a lot of Naira Marley song now, you don't want to jam to it.
I mean, not, majority I'll say I don't want
to. And even if you want to jam to it, there's a place you want to jam to, like, nah, don't play this kind of song at this place. So I think we're having more of that level of Naira Marley music more. When I say level, I don't mean it's words.
Right.
I'm saying the vibe we're getting is Pop Molly.
But that's how they express themselves. That's music in general.
But if you could are the one creating that part because that's what we're going on.
That's what
they are choosing.
And that's what they're choosing because they're trying to trend and get to the bag.
So do you think it's something that I don't think, for me, most of Afrobeat music we're listening to are not even educational, are not even motivating your life except to move in a bad way.
Remember, Belna said something like that when he was promoting that I Told Him album. And people came for him. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know if you remember.
I think they came for me because of how he
he presented
yes.
those words. Yeah,
and that makes people to lose the interest in what he was really
not
saying.
Not the message, but the messenger. They focus on the messenger.
And because as at then it was on top of the world, so everybody are looking for your mistakes, not to talk about that.
Okay, so now let's get back to this, right? I think you're right. I think the content is not. I don't think it has substance, and those substance will actually like stand the test of time. Are they good songs? Are they like songs that's popping that you want to jam to? Yes, but would you go back a year from 20, like about 6 months from now, 3 months from now, even a month from now, and say, you know what, let me listen to that jam because that jam really touched? Not really, but there are artists that are still giving you content, but nobody's listening to them. They're still giving you those words. I think I know what you're trying to. They're still giving you that thing, but they're not popping. So nobody's actually like.
They won't pop when they don't want to put a lot of money, like all those people that are singing bars and got putting money to push their song.
But
you know,
how would a record label push your song when they know it's not gonna? You see, that's the thing. That's where we have to understand too. Music is business. We always have to tie business into it. I'm a record label artist. I know what is selling. What is selling is this Charlie Poppy, all these guys right now, they're selling. They're saying shit. You understand? But they selling. As a record label, I'm here to make money. So I'm not trying to talk deep, give me deep thought and give me deep thinking. And I'm not ready for that because that shit is not going to sell. At the end of the day, we're going to go in debt. And at the end of the day, you're going to sign. The contract is not going to hold any value because you're not going to be, I can't pay you what, we're not making money here. So what are we doing?
Man.
So it's the consumers. It's because at the end of the day, it's a really, really dicey thing. It just takes a lot of grace. It takes a lot of opportunity. It takes right timing, and it's only few that could actually get to that point and say, wow, despite the fact I went to this lane and I did the thing that is so contrary, that is not what everybody want to listen to, but I made it. You get what I'm saying? It could happen.
I think most artists can still balance it. I started learning this in 2023 to tell people it's all about the team of people you have to though.
Okay.
Because sometimes I think me and you talk about behind the scene about saying sometimes you can pay writers to give you good music.
Right.
If you have a good record label with a good writing music, you're definitely still gonna push.
Right.
But I think we're just at a time where I don't even know. Maybe we should say. People make some musicians to make bad songs because of how some fans will reach out to them, constantly talking about some patterns of music, and some artists in Nigeria just jump onto it, and when it makes waves, you make money. I don't have to think about it, but I feel like we can balance it, and I'll use one person as an example, which is Adekunle Gold.
Okay.
Adekunle Gold is somebody where it's still sing all those bad words, but then it's still balancing it with life in the sense that when you listen to his deep tracks. And for me, for any artist that might be watching this, you might say that this guy is saying BS. I agree. But I could give you facts to let you know that some when you sing 2-3 good music in an album of 8 tracks as BS, those 3 might help you for the entire hit that's BS. For example, the likes of Two-Face, the like of Davido, the likes of Wizkid, I'm gonna say Wizkid especially, the likes of Burna Boy, Timaya as a person. What names can I think I can put into that category? Kiss Daniel, Tiwa Savage. I think those are the names that comes to my head. Zlatan. I could put Zlatan because if you notice something that is going down in trend, Zlatan is becoming that person everybody want to feature with. If you notice. But it's about the punchline of whatever he's saying in the songs. People can relate to it. It's not just BS. It's like half BS, but have real shit that you like, dang, I never thought about my life like this.
I never even thought I could put these words together like this.
And that's what I think. He does it very well. A lot of, and I'll put this guy into it too. Odumodu too. Odumodu just put too much of nonsense in.
But
I don't know, he's selling, and I just feel like all this, I'll call them like they call themselves new cat. I hope the new cat taking over from the likes of, because maybe we like it or not, Burna Boy might be firing, give him 2-3 years, some people, then Rema's about to take over and make it big, or Marley's about to take over, Oxclade, Arya Star, they're still very, very young. Those people are very, very young.
They're still breeding some. They're still breeding some.
And there's still a lot of people. Look at Ashake. Look at Sheyi Vibes. Now look at Sheyi Vibes.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, I'm about to put Sheyi Vibes into this. Yeah, look at Sheyi Vibes how he was singing a song. Do you think if Sheyi Vibes hasn't been alone, you think any record label will allow him to drop album like that back to back? You know, he's on his own personal.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Most artists
he could be
now
dropping
don't
back to back. But what is who the consumers are we really? I don't know, man. I just got to see the numbers. I don't know how much he's making. He's making money from shows. Absolutely.
But I'm putting him on the album though. That's part of it.
Big. That's what I'm saying. That's huge.
So that means they know he's doing something. But I'm like, come here.
Something.
I hope 2024 they can give us something that will because now, if I ask a lot of people, tell me 2-3 songs you can remember about Sheyi Vibe 3 album, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah. Well, after that, but I can tell you, some people will still vibe to.
Yeah, so I have a friend who's a core hard Sheyi Vibe.
I'm a core hard Sheyi Vibe. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really love his way of picking his Yoruba and how he interpret some things in different ways.
That's tough for someone like an Igbo man like me. Even though I hear Yoruba, but sometimes it's too deep for me.
I think that's
he doesn't. That's why, like, I get Yoruba people understand.
I think he has his audience. That's why he doesn't. Really
that's what I'm saying. And his audience, his fan base are really, really hard.
Very, very like
hard.
I think he's the one that was able to take over the part of. At first, they were saying they were comparing him to Ashake.
Right.
Because they were like, yeah. But I think now he's been able to stand the test of time to tell us like
he got in his own lane. That kind of differentiates himself from what Ashake. At one point, you're right, but I think he kind of deviated and stayed in his own lane. That everybody was like,
he even rushed Ashake self. And if you notice now, Ashake, he rushed Ashake. Now, when I said he rushed Ashake, when the pattern was becoming the same,
at one point,
and then they split Ashake to international part, and that's what.
Well, he made him stay that local.
Yes, that was when like, okay, you know what, I did here. So Ashake was going international, selling stadium, and you know that was what gave people like, what's this guy, this boy that sings with Adekunle Gold, that's under Naira Marley. What's this boy?
Zeno.
So he makes Zeno to compete with Ashake one time. I think they kind of did one diss track in making them feel like, okay, my fans or whatever like that. But not to go into their own.
Zinoski and Ashake.
Yeah, it was not Ashake. No, Sheyi Vibes.
Oh yeah, and Zinoski. Right.
I said when Ashake moved out of the pace, he gave Zeno and Sheyi Vibes to go ahead to like, okay, you know what?
Right.
And I think we have a lot of artists coming from Nigeria. The problem is I just hope they can start thinking of the substance of. You could make the money right now, but what about after 2 years? As people gonna go back to that song?
We just need a song that would actually and take your time to write your lyrics. And if you don't know how to get good writers, man.
I think we're gonna have a lot of one-hit wonder now in this generation of Gen Z a lot.
I think so.
A lot of them are gonna be one-hit wonder. They will think it's just.
They will think they're gonna last forever. Yeah. But bro, trust me.
And it's about this boy that's into comedy that sings. What's this boy that sings Machala? Oh. You know, when he dropped the Machala in his mind, he thinks it's about takeover.
He thought he was going to.
That boy has been trying since then. He has done everything. Nothing is happening. The last question I want to ask you about is, what is the advice you think you want to give record label and you want to give artists that are singularly, taking care of themselves? Oh, and I want to do this. Remember I told you a couple of episodes we have back. This guy, Dikbo, what's this guy that?
Oladipo.
You know, I told you, I said, do you think he's going to, like, Baba, it's just business. Do you think that kind of style is something we need in Afrobeat? Lying to let me take that back. I won't use the word lies, but I don't know how the thing played.
Marketing.
It's a BS marketing right now. Where is he now? Nobody. It's back to the local.
His music is never, you could do all the schemes, you could do all the mago and all this crack what you want to do. Last, if your music no sweet, no sweet. So nobody go listen to him. So there's no point. That's just my take on it. I'm sorry. If you got good music and you need a resurrection, you need something to bring you back to life, resurrect from that music, you need something, then that's a whole different ball game. But your music no sweet. You're gonna do all those and you can't convince these guys that their music is not sweet. I mean, they got their little fans that is hyping them up and making them feel like
I think that's another thing too.
They're telling the best. Yeah, they got some fans that are really telling them like, "Yo, this shit is the banger. This shit is," whereas it's really not. You gotta be honest. Like you don't have your music is not up to par right now. It's not.
I think that's the thing. A lot of them get all messed up in terms of having a little bit of audience, and they just feel like they could do it with those people.
And I feel like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Our entertainment, especially, they feel like out of 10 artists that comes out here, 10 of them think they're superstars. They think they're talented, but they're not talented. It goes back to the passion and what we talked about in the other episode. To just want to get there. You don't have the talent. You're not talented enough to even want to do music. You're just doing it to survive. You're doing it to get out the hood. You're doing it to make money and to set your family straight, but you don't have the talent.
For me, I forgot what is this people called that Whiskey did a section with them. This guy that used to play drums, what is their name?
The Cavemen?
I like them.
Oh, they're good.
Those are the people that feel like they will stand the test of time, irrespective of what it is.
Irrespective of what they say, they're good.
The sound, how they play, man.
That's talent, but you could see the difference. That's a talented brother.
And I don't know why they are not around the country though.
They touring around the world, bro. They're touring. Go check this.
Man,
yeah, they are touring around the world.
Those guys,
but they have a call. But you see,
we need to put them to really represent Afrobeat though.
You don't understand something. One thing you're missing is that they are building their core fan. They're going like this.
That's true.
Some people get one hit wonder. We get fans like, and they come like this. These boys are starting from the young.
They're really working on the process.
Working on their process.
So by the time
by the time in 5 years or 6 years when you go see them, you go the one that say where these boys them come from.
I think they will even control the crowd.
They are building that core. They're building that core hard foundation. Yes.
If I'm stressed,
because that's what I'm trying to tell you. When the house is built on a solid foundation, it don't go crash.
I don't know how those guys are doing it, but man, if they should tell me right now, like anybody, they should Nigeria should give
the Cavemen guys. Go check them out, man. The Cavemen.
I think the Cavemen are people
go check them
Nigeria need to really, because they bring everything. They bring Fela, they bring
Afrobeat, everything.
Afrobeat, they bring everything. That even sometimes I don't even know what they are saying, but it's the fact that the instrument, playing the drums,
everything they gel.
And I think social media need to talk more about people like that. Like this people are.
No, they're okay. They don't need be okay because
I definitely believe though.
No, they
are not in a rush.
What did they rush for? Then they build their core down. They're starting from that ground level is what I'm trying to tell you, and they're okay. They don't need no gas. No, the gas go come when it go come.
And I think that's one thing a lot of artists need to emulate from, because
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
This is 2024 that we're watching
talent. This. It goes back to talent.
A lot of people doesn't understand, like, you got to really, really hustle. Don't think because you want to push your money into the music and you do music for 3 months and you've been in studio day and night and God bless one song and you feel like, damn, shit.
Overnight.
I feel like,
overnight
yes, then you can talk to anybody. I feel like why they don't like me, why they don't listen to my music anymore. You start feeling depressed. It's because you're not really doing the work. So,
and you're looking for overnight success. You're looking for, what starts from the grassroots and work your way up.
I think that's one thing that a lot of people doesn't believe anymore, especially the Gen Z doesn't believe in. They don't believe in consistency. They don't believe in hard work. They don't believe in process. They just feel like I can start today and I'm what. Let us say they start today and they blow. In their mind, there's nothing you could tell them anymore, because in their mind, they already achieved what they need to achieve. I won't mention the name. There's this girl that I feel like Davido signed a couple of months back last year, and I think there was a show that he did that she went and tweeted and said, like, I'm supposed to do this. And people were like, Davido should have allowed the girl to perform, blah, blah, blah. I laugh. I said, look at this. When did you start? That you're already going online and tweet and say, I could do this, I could do that. But not to bore you away, I hope this particular episode, you've been able to understand, like, any artist out there, if you're about to start music or you're doing music for your own betterment, what we're saying might not make sense to you, but I can promise you in the next couple of years, you'll be shocked. And you might come back to this particular episode that we did tell you that you're going to be a one-hit wonder. And if you don't put substance in what you're saying, if it is all your songs about your fantasy, you will sell, but it's just for a while. Because fantasy is not something people can really... They say it's called La La Land in America. You're living in La La Land. You will enjoy La La Land for a short period of time. And nobody will care about your La La Land. We'll buy it, we'll dance. We'll Shoki,
we'll do every.
There was a time we listen to Shoki. Oh yeah, make you Shoki. But Shoki is not in Shoki again. If you try to Shoki, they will put you in the back. Nobody wants to listen to others. Irrespective of the tragedy, nobody want to listen to the song. So it's a thing to think about as an artist. How do you want your fans to remember you or talk about you in the sense that when they will see your music? You can always check us on this particular episode. Our website is www.ctdamongblacks, and you can follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, on iHeart Radio, on Apple Podcasts, on Amazon Music. And if you feel like you want to be a blogger, you're looking for a space to blog, we have a blog space that you can reach out to us and write us on info@africanroot.com. Info@africanroot, and the African is going to be KAN. AfricanrootstoreLLC. You can reach out to us if you want the standard of what we're looking for. We'll definitely give you that platform to be able to express yourself. The only thing I'm about to say for this particular episode is to let you know that wherever you might be doing, maybe you're an artist, you're a podcaster, you're a musician, you're an editor, you're anything you're doing, you're the one counting 1 to 3. If you believe in it, that you know it's going to take you to where you want to go, keep doing it. It might not make sense to a lot of people right now, but I could definitely promise you in a couple of years to come, it's definitely going to make a lot of sense. I remain Oyebanji Akins. I'm the mix of Niger, and this is ctdamongblacks. And to Big Vic, that's going to be taking us out. He got us any way he wants to.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, viewers. Just keep subscribing to our channel, and we really thank you guys. You guys are making it what our hard work and everything we do. We're just doing it for you guys. Just keep giving you guys the best content ever. All right, and leave a comment for us. Leave a comment. Tell us about what you guys feel. Listen, whatever, criticize, do whatever. We'll take it. All right. If you guys like what you guys are hearing, just leave a comment and just keep subscribing. Until next time, we say peace, love, joy as we continue to connect the dot.
Thank you.
Out.